This is the Charles Street Pea Patch that the neighborhood of Port Gardner, we built this with the help of the Washington State Conservation Corps. It was an empty easement between two homes here, and we got a grant from the city through our neighborhood association to funding to build these cedar planting boxes. Oh my God, I don't know if you can hear me, it's really windy right now. But so there's 22 boxes, I believe it is. These top two are for Jackson Elementary, which is the elementary school right over here, and then Housing for Hope, which is a low-income housing project. We gave the residents there planting a bunch of stuff. And let's go down the hill. This garden is, I have half of this garden, the other half is Charlene, the chair of the board and a friend of mine. Ooh, the sun shines like right in my eyes. Those are her tomato plants. These are my Oregon sugar peas that are looking a little rough right now. I think they're getting a little too much sun. God, it's windy. And these are yellow or lemon cucumbers. Ooh, they're getting some flowers, which means they'll start putting out some fruit. And there is a weed that we will pull. These guys are kind of spreading all over. That's a watermelon that I wasn't sure would do so well, but he's spreading pretty good. I'm not sure what this is. Don't laugh at me because I'm so not a flower person, but it's either a dahlia or a zinnia. I planted it from seed at my house and then transplanted it here, and same with the one next to it. And then these three are mammoth sunflowers, the big, tall, like 6 foot or so yellow sunflowers. And I've got some little trolleys that I found. They're so damn cute. Look it, so cute. And I found this adorable little sign. It keeps getting blown crooked by the wind. And then I took a little rock here that I found, and I just wrote some little inspirational things on it. We've got thrive, believe, love, sing, dream. And then encircling them, which I guess I need more water over here, but these are going to be those Johnny Jump Ups. They're those little mini violas. They're kind of like little tiny pansies. And let's pray for my moment of silence for my Oregon sugar peas, because they're looking kind of rough. And then we'll go down here to my main plot. Oh my God, my squash is taken over. This was originally, oh my God, I swear to God I was just here yesterday and this thing's grown more. This is straight neck squash. It's just so funny. And this guy right here is a yellow bell pepper, which I've already transplanted him twice because he keeps getting pushed over by the squash, but I don't know, I don't think he's too happy right now. But here, let's look at the squash. I already picked one yesterday, and it looks like, whoa, look at that guy. We got a nice one that's about ready to be picked. So cool. And then across the back row here, I've got these, they're called Moulin Rouge Hybrid Sunflowers. And I planted these, oh, good thing I brought some tape to tie these guys up. It's been windy, so they're kind of getting their butts kicked here. But this, they're like red and yellow and purpley kind of color flower that comes up. But this sucker right here, I measured him yesterday. I should bring the measuring tape, because I swear to God, this thing's growing like an inch or two a day. If it wasn't a slope, he'd be almost as tall as I am. But he was 56 inches yesterday, and I believe that's 48 right there. So, yeah, I think he's considerably taller than that already. And then these guys were all planted at the same time, but for some reason, this one just grew faster. And then there's a fourth one down here that was planted after the fact. And we've got this cute little scarecrow that happens to be a crow. And then we've got some snapdragons that are kind of hurting. I don't know. That was like initial planting. Wasn't sure what I was doing. We got cocoa pelly. We got a little wind chime. A little rock that says peace on it. And then these are sun gold cherry tomatoes. And what is the other one called? Just plain cherry tomatoes. These guys will be like yellowy orange. And there's a ton of them in there. I don't see any ripe ones yet though. Let's hope it doesn't all of a sudden get cold like it did last year and then they all croak. And wow, there's a ton in there too. These are the plain cherry. And I have to keep cutting these tomatoes back because they're encroaching on the sugar snap peas. And these guys were planted from seed, and they're doing really well. They're just trailing across the ground here. So anyway, yeah, I gotta cut it back a little bit. And then I had to put a sign because I kept coming here and finding my stuff soaking wet at night, which isn't good for it. So I told people, please don't water. But if you look down, you can see the other gardens. Some are more developed than others. And if you can see the horizon there, that is looking east to the Cascade Mountains. We're just south of Mount Pilchuck if you were looking east here. Some more tomatoes. It's got all kinds of wild things going on. Some monstrous zucchini, I think it is. This one's got all kinds of cool. Some radicchio. And there's some more tomatoes. This is by far, I think, my favorite garden, this one. Because when she planted it kind of like a farm. So she planted in rows, and she's got, I think those are cucumbers on the end. And then she had romaine, red leaf, green leaf, curly leaf, different kinds of lettuces. And she's letting me pick as much as I want because she just can't eat all that comes out of here. These beautiful ones, these are all radishes. And then she had some onions here that I think she's already pulled. And then these are carrots. And she's got a couple tomato plants. But that lettuce is so good. I've been making salads with just the lettuce, a little bit of dried cranberries, and some Asian vinaigrette. And that's all you need. It's so good. And these will be kind of community raspberries along the side here. Here's another garden. There's one up here that has some crazy zucchini. I think she came and took them all, though. But you can see one of them growing. Wow, look at the size of that sucker. Rather phallic. Yeah, I've been single too long. But look at that. It looks like somebody just like came from like Safeway grocery store and tossed a bunch of produce in there. Isn't that funny? It's like these humongous. In fact, this one, no, he's attached. I better not take him. I'll get in trouble. And then over here, this one's got, I kind of steal some every time I come here. But they have these yummy snow peas. And there were a bajillion of them on here. Oh, there you can see them down there. They kind of got to put a better thing up here for them. Anyway, I feel kind of funny because I'm the only one here in the patch. There's people walking by with dogs and stuff, and I'm like walking around with a camera. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the tour of the Charles Street Pea Patch, and encourage your neighborhood to put in a green space like this. It's pretty cool to be able to farm in your neighborhood. Oh, and in closing, we'll zoom in on this little squashy thing or whatever it is. Coolness.